What's up? BHO Innovations, Bible Business. Oh man, I wanted to get a haircut today from one of my favorite barbers. Came in, he 5 deep, that's cool. We'll get together a little bit later. But I came in wondering and hearing all types of ruckus. And the ruckus was a great conversation between young people, between the age of 24 to 35, and they still have the same complex situation when I was young. What should I do with my life? And that got me to thinking. My barber asked me a question because he knew perhaps my knowledge will be reflection of some of the conversation. But neither, I had a conversation with neither. I didn't have a conversation. Because I'm tired. I'm tired. And the reason why I'm tired, because there's no action to be performed. And I wasn't gonna shoot this until after you get a haircut and a beard shave. But, I mean, the ruckus was insane. And I know that I hear their pain. Black jobs. What type of job? Can I get a great job? Is it AI? Should I go to college? Get a trade? And so forth. Here's what one of my answers was, and it was brief. Well, I would go to school 25% and 75 trade. The trade that I would learn is by working on the trade. So I get the job to hire me while I go to college 25% of the time so I won't get in debt. Right? And then I take on that trade and others like it until I get enough information to be valuable, not only to myself, but also to the people that I serve, the companies that I work for. Now, with that said, with a bunch of knowledge, that would lead me into better circumstances. And better circumstances mean a higher level of job or a higher level of a business. I tell my son, I said, get a job. My son is going on 14. He used to working. He used to being in the business. He's been in his own business for 6 years. You know, me helping him, of course. But he's been in his business for that amount of time. And so he knows about the action of money and the speed of money. But with that said, I want him to build relationships with other people on a job. More or less, I want him to learn how the operation works. Will he be a good employee? Will he get fired from the job? What would he take from the job to lead into his own business to continue to the next generation and so forth? I really want him to learn that, that's for sure. Now, I have 3 books, amazing books. All 3 are super fire. They're called The Business Hustle on them. Impact information that helps any young person who wants to take action and read. More or less, many young people don't want to believe in someone my age. But I did have one looking at me very clear, want me to answer the question. But I wasn't gonna answer the question. Because I wanted to answer the question, but they just don't know how many times I heard those questions asked. I heard it in my generation. I heard it in my parents' generation. And now I'm listening to their generation. And I'm going to listen to it in their kids' generation as well. But it is always a solution. And both things can work out to your benefit. Now, some people are blaming the Biden administration, the laws that have been changing, so forth. And laws have been changed, and laws will always be changed. The thing is, the Bible speaks of this: follow the land, the laws of the land. Give what Caesar belongs to Caesar. Give to God what belongs to God. Okay. More or less. It's totally complicated in a world such as this. I wrote this book 14 years ago called Business Hustle on Continuing Education. That was my very first one. I think you should buy it today. On BHO Innovation. I bought this into life, Economics and Inflation. Oh, awesome book. And if you don't believe in God, you should believe in God. But however, I can't convince you. God creates cash flow. That means prosperity, health, wealth, continued life. So you can see generations that are still upset of what happened from slavery and how they were bought over here to America. But you don't have to have that any longer. Yeah, some say they had like it was a championship game, and this is how it was announced to me. We don't want to help each other unless we're doing better than the other person. Oh my goodness, that's a big lie. Because it's many African Americans want you to do well. Would you take the time to listen or take action? And there are others that's going to film plan you. Now, I have went to white elders, knew more than my black ancestors, like my uncles and aunties. But here's what the cliche on them. If they would have taught me, they felt like I was going to do better than them. Now, look at it any way you like it. It could be Jews, Chinese, blacks, anybody who, same color. Some people feel like if I'm not doing better than you, that means you cannot do better than me. And that's a lie. That's a freaking lie. Because some people will not take the action even if you put it in books. They just won't. They're not going to take action. They're not going to make nothing happen. They're not going to even try. But there is people like you, my friend, that will make things happen, will challenge the government, will challenge the